And as you know, we have about 100 missions around the world. So a large number of heads of missions and ambassadors. And it was truly an amazing experience to work with her. Usually, with 100 heads of missions, ambassadors around the world, it usually means 100 headaches for me almost every day. But I must say that, well, our former High Commissioner to Namibia is also here, and he definitely was not one of the headaches, an excellent and outstanding ambassador. But Ambassador Maureen, GMD, did an amazing job in Jamaica. And I think you might think, yes, that of course that's what I'm supposed to say when I've been asked to stand up and make a goodwill message. But really, this was an exceptional ambassador. I had the opportunity to go to Jamaica. And there are a number of indices that you can use to tell which ambassador is really doing the country proud. Now, there's an international organization that's headquartered in Kingston, Jamaica, International Seabed Authority. And I worked in an international organization for 30 years. And certain things struck me immediately was the place and esteem of Nigeria within that organization. I was invited to lead the delegation to a meeting of the organization. And that was telling. So it meant that you really had somebody on ground who had been able to make sure and ensure that Nigeria played a prominent role within the organization. The second thing was the reception given by the head of that agency, the Secretary General, and the personal rapport and relationship between our ambassador and himself. And it's very, very difficult to achieve. And clearly, she was able to do that in a very, very short period of time. So the role that Nigeria had within the International Seabed Authority was immediately visible, and a lot of very important decisions that were recently taken, global decisions by the International Seabed Authority, also highlighted the importance of that organization within the context of environment and climate change and all that. So it was real kudos to her. I was extremely proud of her in attending that meeting of the organization. And I was always thinking to myself, knowing how international organizations work, that we as a country should be able to get her in as probably the Deputy Director General and then the Secretary General of the International Seabed Authority, because I was also extremely impressed with how quickly she had the grasp of the substance of this organization was. Then the second thing that was extremely impressive was a reception that she organized, that she hosted, actually in my honor. And another thing that you use, another index to see how strong and performing your ambassador is who turns up to an event organized by your ambassador. And the who's who of Jamaica showed up for the event that she organized. And that was really amazing, including a former Miss World who was then a senator in Jamaica. And a number of other things. There was a beauty pageant where Nigeria played a very, very important role that she had also organized. We had a big headache as a country with regards to Haiti, one of the countries she was covering. And regarding some money that Nigeria had promised to give Haiti during the earthquake, and of course the Nigerian factor entered into it over 15, 20 years ago. We were supposed to build a school for Haiti. Now, all kinds of very unfortunate things happened along the way. And really the reputation of our country was really called into question. And needless to say, a number of ambassadors had come, since that incident, but she was able to, I don't know how, but solve the whole issue and deliver the school for Haiti and save the honor of Nigeria. So, and as I said, she was not a career ambassador, but when I went to Jamaica, to all intents and purposes, I was used to career ambassadors. I had worked in an international organization, and it was really a question of to the manner born, duck to water. She took to it like duck to water and was an exceptional ambassador. And it was difficult to believe that she was not actually a career ambassador. And then, of course, during the few days that one was in Jamaica, one met everybody, right from the president, the prime minister rather, and everybody. And it was amazing. Again, that shows that your ambassador has the reach, and the respect within that country. And Nigeria really, really gained a huge amount from her presence there. And in fact, there's a lot of things that are now being organized between Nigeria and those Caribbean countries. A lot of it thanks to her, transport and other activities. So, in a way, when she was recalled, for me it was a loss for Nigeria, but somebody so dynamic and a real go-getter with amazing qualities. I'm really delighted that she has hit the ground running back in the country and has been given a very, very important position. I think a position that is really key, if we want to develop not just FCT, but as a country. And I think it's really a case of a square peg in a square hole. And warmest congratulations. I don't think that all the appointments that have been made over the last 6 months have always necessarily been the best, but this appointment really is just absolutely extraordinary. We wish you all the very best, and I think beyond our professional relationship, it was also a pleasure counting you and being able to count you as a friend because of your human qualities as well. And really, we're so proud of you. Wish you all the very best, and I know that you will be a great success. But this, again, is just a few steps at the beginning. I think the sky is the limit for you with all the qualities that you have nationally and internationally. So keep it up, and God will go with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to confirm that a copy of that speech is available.
Today I stand here by the privilege of friendship and sisterhood. Yes, by appointeeship, I have the privileged position of being the Pioneer Mandate Secretary for Women of the Federal Capital Territory, which is a very humbling 137-day experience so far. So I find myself not just counting days and numbering them, but indeed celebrating milestones. One of the greatest milestones of this assignment was to hear the announcement of Her Excellency the Ambassador, the Doctor, the Queen Mother of Ghana, Maureen Tamuno. And like I said, in celebrating her, I celebrate the fact that what she represents, Your Excellencies, very distinguished friends, and all of the peer colleagues, all of the representation here today, what she represents is truly a woman who makes a distinctive difference wherever she goes and in everything she puts her heart and will to do. I have no question that Mr. Project pricked a woman who is Madam Project herself. And I have no doubts whatsoever that when it comes to this assignment, by the pronouncement of who I am and what I know pastorally, both to will and do, you will do exceeding abundantly beyond what those who have appointed you have asked you to do, and by the will of God, you will accomplish in Jesus' name. So I just want to say that it's on the basis of a sisterhood and friendship that I'm here. I have the distinguished Senator Binta here with me, and What we represent is Shiros. So I'm going to ask you, please, distinguished senator, to come and stand, please. There is a Ghanaian sister duo, Proxy and Maxine Mensah. Shiros is a continental expression of women who gather together through the power of our sisterhood, and we have matriarchs that are the former female presidents of Africa and vice presidents. It's a very privileged platform, and one which gave us engagement in different ways. We were in Liberia when Her Excellency Joel Taylor was being sworn in, and there have been other occasions, and on one of those occasions, she was actually installed as a Queen Mother of Ghanaian pedigree and royal representation. The first time I met Her Excellency the Ambassador was here in the FCT. There was a situation. It was a crisis. But you can trust that when women stand together, truly supporting each other, we will turn a crisis and a critical moment into one of amazing opportunity, and that is just what happened. What she did, however, that day in Abuja was she converted what was an empty hall into a movement, a community of women outside her own reference and diaspora in Abuja. Ambassador Maureen Tamuno did it. And not only did she do it, she delivered the impact as far as a global referenced event is concerned. Well, what do we say? As Shiros, our wrappers are tied together. And in tying our wrappers together, we hold each other together. In thanking you for the honor of being invited to this event, on behalf of Shiros and on behalf of my mandate and assignment, and my commitment to those whom I'm called to serve, both in terms of my principle and in terms of my demographic, I want to state, sister to sister, we're in this to the end. And everyone together with us will see that what we represent for the FCT is way beyond whatever may be occluding it right now, but to truly deliver, both by mandate and project, the real investment. After all, we're talking about the GMD of Abuja Investment, and this year International Women's Day said it. Count her in, invest in her, and accelerate her progress. That's starting with you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Dear brothers, listen to me, please. I know Her Excellency 23 years ago, when she left Kaduna and came to Rivers State to join that time the People's Democratic Party. We didn't know her very well, but we know the husband, who is a statesman in our place. Maureen joined us within 6 months. She took over the leadership of the women. And we are careful about her. Because the way she works, she's like two intelligent men, two hard-working men planted in her. When you are working with such a person, you have to be very careful. She will call me daddy, 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 but she's pushing. Just about after a year of being with us, we found out the qualities in her, and we sent her to House of Assembly. She performed extremely very well. So when you are praising about performance, we are used to it. The way you are used to something and you are praising the person, it's like the way we know the person. From there, because of our performance, the then governor himself said, please go back to Ruburu and chairman and build up the place. He sent me to go and tell her. I told her, and we dropped the process. She became chairman. She rewrite the issue of the local government area. And in the first building we can see, after about 15 years, in that local government, council secretariat was built by her, apart from other structures. Before she came in, it was like local government does not implement projects. They just go and I don't know what they do. But during her tenure, she defined it, which other people are not building upon. Maureen can serve in the mood. Your own is to get the courage and send her there. Maureen can serve in the river, at the bottom of the river. Just give her an assignment. You go and sleep. It's like you send a team to go and work. When they said they nominated as an ambassador, she came to me and told me, so I'm anointed by the APC government, and I am a PTV chieftain. I told her, don't worry, tomorrow I will appear in your screening. So before you go, don't worry, just come tomorrow. Once she appeared, I didn't go. I told them, Maureen is my daughter. Don't ask her any question. Let her go through. Then I called her. They will not ask a question. They go through. He says, that person? I said, yes. He went in. She said, take a bow and go. She took a bow and left. Now, I know she has done very well in India. Maureen is a businesswoman. In short, making her a member of the assembly, council chairman, not that one. It is the business instinct that she's been using to drive the process. It is today they are really giving her a position worth her training. Believe me, let there be stability. Even where there is no money, in the rocks, Maureen can bring her water. That's the way I know her. She be my possible daughter. Don't check my age and check her own. Don't check that one. I'm saying before her now. So, but I know her so much that in this space they gave to her, Maureen will expand and do what people have not done before. In any case, additionally, if you are working with a Mr. Project, and Mr. Project to see you and nominate for this position, then he knows you have the capacity. He is a no-nonsense man. So he knows that you have the capacity. He doesn't want to have trouble with it. Because on television, he can call you and tell you anything. So for him to bring her, as we know her, he also knows her very well. Maureen, my own big daughter.
Daddy.
On behalf of our local government area, you were a seed planted at that time. A small mustard seed planted then. And today, you are becoming a giant tree. Attracting birds of the air perching on you. And attracting all kinds of animals to take shade under you. That same God who has brought it thus far will take you further. You are just beginning. They say the sky is your limit. I don't know where the limit of the sky is.
No, the sky is the beginning.
I think that you are starting, you will go beyond the sky. We'll come and look for you. So, congratulations. Congratulations. And congratulations.
Everything that I need to say has been said, but the lowest common multiple of what I have gathered here is that Maureen is a no-give-up person. She doesn't give up at all. I was serving in Namibia. She was serving in Jamaica. My friend here was serving in Senegal. And we had the forum. Your Excellency, we gave you tough time, I remember it. I do remember very well, you can feel it. At certain moments, some of us were giving up, but this very soon we say, Tazo, don't give up. We must get what is ours. My Rivers people that sent me, if I don't get it, that means I'm not representing Rivers properly. And we get through. We got all we needed from you. Thank you, Excellency. And having said that, let me further make it very clear that I met Maureen when I was in the State Assembly and she was in the State Assembly. We could converge for parliamentary association. I will come in from Benue, then we'll meet in Rivers. That was when the Connect started. Followed it up. And she was there for me when I was running for governor of Benue State. I rose to be the candidate of PDP then in 2015. She also gave me tremendous support because I was coming in from Bayelsa every night. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to say at this point that yes, they will feel it. They will feel it. Disappointment, they will feel it. They will know. Because this very assignment is given to the right person. Person that can make water out of the rocks. My distinguished senator has said it all. That even this is the right time to bring her business ideas to bear. I know when the appointment was made, I was seated with some friends and they said, who want to work with Wike? Wike is a tough man, nobody will want to work with him. Because he will just disgrace you, he will send you off if there is an issue. If you don't live up to your expectations, expect an embarrassment from him. He will not pretend. But for Maureen, she's capable and she knows her work. And the person who has appointed her also knows what she can do. So I want to say to us that we definitely will pray for you, Maureen. We know you are just starting. The issue of Sky being limited, for me, Sky has always been a stepping stone anytime I go anywhere. So you are just stepping in there. It's difficult for people to go for ambassadors and come back and get recognized. Most of the time when they go, we are seen to be retired. But thank God you have come and you are recognized because of the good things you've done. I want to say to distinguished senators that this is an asset, but we are claiming you have been doing me more because I discovered that when we met with the SGF, they said, we knew that Maureen also enjoys our baby yam. So this one we are doing here, we are also going to host her in Team Nation. I know you will come. That doesn't mean she's not from Rivers, but she's an all-rounder. She fits into every community, every society, and impacts that society. That's why we are proud to be here. I came all the way from Benue and the north. Henry came all the way from Lafayette, Nasarawa State. So you see, she's cutting across. She's an asset for you too, someday. Thank you very much for taking your time to be here with us. And I believe that Maureen, it's a low-hanging fruit. My own is yet to drop. So, okay, thank you. Good night, everyone.
Thank you very much. Ambassador, I prophesy to you.